Alright everyone, so let's get started. Now for today's video, you're going to be super proud of me just because today I'm sitting down and I have a makeup look in mind. For once, I'm not like sitting down and I'm not completely clueless of what I'm going to be doing. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something super colorful, very editorial, very intense. So for those of you that really enjoy those types of videos from me, well, you're going to be very satisfied today. I'm going to stop rambling right now and let's just jump into the makeup. So first of all, I am going to moisturize my skin. Today I am going to be using, well, you probably already know that I was going to be using this today. I've been obsessed with this. This moisturizer is amazing. This is the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor, and this is the most lightweight type of moisturizer with SPF that I ever tried. Like, it's super lightweight and it does not break me out. So I'm just going to do like maybe 2 pumps of that, and I'm just going to massage this all over my face. It's been quite some time since I last filmed a like classic makeup tutorial type of video, so let me know in the comments below if you do prefer these types of video. I do have a couple of like first impressions video that I'm planning, but yes, so my face is primed today because we are going to be doing something very intense on the eyes. I am going to be starting with the eyes just because if I do get eyeshadow on my cheeks and my face, I can easily remove it without ruining my complexion makeup. So for priming my eyes, you probably guessed it, I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. This is an amazing primer. It does the job. It's super lightweight. I do really like it. And today I'm going to do one eye at a time just because in those kind of makeup looks, I'm always extremely indecisive, more than usual. So I always like to have like the option to remove one eye without having to remove the other if I want to start over. So yes, I'm just going to start with one eye. I'm just going to tap that primer all over my lid. And I'm also going to bring that very closely to my inner corners. And I'm dragging a little bit of that on my under eye. So I think what I want to do first, I'm going to do something very crazy. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics highlight palette. This is the Après in Aspen palette. I tried this. I did a first impression video on this like mini travel series collection from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to link it like up here somewhere. Spoiler alert, it's amazing. It's really good. I tried this as a highlight like on my face, but today I really want to try this on my lids just because these highlights are very creamy. They're very intense. And I think what I want to do, I want to take the shade called Bunny Slope, which is a really pretty like purple bluish highlight. And I'm going to take that shade with my Morphe JH41 brush. It's just a very small like flat brush. And I think I'm mainly going to place this in the center of my lid. So I'm just going to do some very small tapping motions. And as you can see, these highlights are very intense. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush with nothing on it. This is also a BH Cosmetics brush. And I'm just going to go over these edges just to make sure everything is blended. All right, so next step, I'm going to start working with some liner. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking my NYX SFX Cream Color Palette. I just took a little bit of red, a lot of blue, and a lot of white, just to create a custom like baby blue purple type of shade. And I'm just taking that with a very small precise brush. You can take any very small precise brushes you have. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. And with that, I'm going to create a teardrop shape in my inner corners. So I'm kind of creating a very rounded shape under my tear duct. And I'm going to drag that cream color under my lash line. And now what I want to do just to set this shade in place, and I also want to make it a little bit more purple. So I'm going to go into my It's Likely Makeup blush palette. This is the Fairy Blush palette. This palette is gorgeous. I don't know why I stopped using this. This palette is really pretty. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of that purple with a very small flat brush. And I'm going to set that cream shade in place. So I'm just going to tap this purple shade right on top. Just like that. And because it turned a little bit too purple, I'm just going to grab a little bit of that turquoise shade and I'm going to place that on top just to lighten it a little bit more. I'm going to clean up the shape a little bit more after, but for now I think I'm going to leave this little thing like that. It looks really weird right now, but trust the process. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the same NYX SFX cream color palette and I'm going to go into the yellow shade. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of white just to make it a little bit more bright and light. And I'm also using another very small precise brush. This is the Morphe M250-1 brush. And with that yellow shade, I'm going to do something a little bit more funky. So I'm going to create a line going from my inner tear duct to about the center of my crease. And then on my outer corners, I'm going to extend my lower lash line, creating a very intense wing. And then I'm going to create a little half circle and bring it back to my lash line. You'll see what I mean. So I'm just going to start right here on my outer corner and I'm going to create a very intense wing. Don't really worry if you like mess up the line, we can always clean it up after. And then I'm going to, from the center of my lash line, I'm going to go towards the end of the line we just created. And I'm creating a rounded tip to my wing. Alright, so now because it's a little bit messy, I'm going to take a Q-tip with some micellar water and I'm just going to clean up the shape a little bit. For my micellar water, I'm using the NYX micellar water. It's really nice. I like it. Alright, and before I do too much movements with my eyes, I'm going to set my liner in place. I'm going to go into my Morphe 24A palette. I depotted my palette. And I'm going to take that very bright neon yellow shade and I'm going to set the cream in place. Alright, so as you can see, this is looking very messy. So we're going to go back in with our Q-tip and I'm going to do some cleaning up. Alright, so here we go. I think that looks pretty good, pretty bizarre. Next, I'm going to do a line going from my inner corners to my crease. Do I like this? I don't know. I'm going to do the same thing and set this cream color in place. Alright, but that's overall, that's pretty much the eyeshadow look. I'm going to put on my mascara. I'm going to be using my Deriville Magnet mascara from Benefit. And I'm just going to be very generous. And I think I'm probably going to put some yellow on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to place this on my upper lash line. Alright, mascara is on. And now I'm taking a little bit more of that yellow and I'm going to coat my lower lash line, my lower lashes. I don't think I like that. I'm going to remove the yellow from my lower lashes. Instead, I'm going to put on some black mascara on my lower lashes. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the eye makeup look. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Does it look good? But I need to trust the process, so I'm just going to do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. So for my complexion, I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and take this bad boy right here. This is the Rare Beauty Foundation in the shade 140C. And if you've seen my last video, I reviewed this foundation and also their new primer. And I will have to say I've been wearing the foundation non-stop. Like I thought though, It's not the most long-lasting foundation ever. Whenever I use this and put it like around my cheeks, and when I wear my mask, I have foundation all over my mask. So it's really not the most long-lasting foundation, but I do still really love it just because it's very lightweight. It looks like skin and it unifies the skin without being too much. And before I apply my foundation, I think I'm going to take the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer just to make my skin a little bit more radiant and a little bit more glowy. And this primer is very lightweight. I do quite enjoy it. So just going to place this all over my face. As you can see, this primer does give a really nice shine to the skin. All right, so I'm taking the foundation and I'm just going to place this all over my face. I'm not going to apply too much because you really do not need a lot of this foundation. And I'm also going to take the foundation brush. Usually I never wear foundation and usually I never use brushes to apply my complexion makeup on a regular basis. Usually I always like to use my fingers, but for some reason I'm obsessed with the Rare Beauty brushes. I've been using them non-stop. Where's the concealer brush? Show yourself. So I've been actually using the foundation brush and the concealer brush non-stop. They're really dirty. So I'm just going to take the foundation brush and I'm just going to blend the foundation in my skin. And also the brush does not absorb too much foundation. It's like perfect. I still want to go ahead and use my sponge just to absorb excess foundation. For my concealer, I'm also going to use the Rare Beauty concealer. Like I told you, I'm obsessed with these products. These products are amazing. So I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to place that on the high points of my face. This is also in the shade 140C. And I'm going to take the concealer brush from Rare Beauty and I'm just going to start and blend this into my skin. I'm going to be very careful around my eyeshadow. I think I'll need a smaller brush for my inner corners just because I did remove some of the primer I applied on my eyes. So I just want to, take a little bit of concealer and bring it closer to my liner. So I'm really just roughly blending this in with the brush and I'm going to go with the sponge just to again blend everything out, make everything melt into the skin. For my bronzer, I think today I'm going to go with a powder bronzer just because I really want to go ahead and use some of these blushes for my blush. So I'm not going to be doing any cream blush today. I want to do powders, so I'm going to do the rest of my complexion makeup with powders just so that everything really blends nicely together. But before I do my bronzer, I think I just want to set some areas of my face down. So I actually want to go ahead and try to use this powder from the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked palette. That's a really long name for a face palette. But I'm going to take the finishing powder in the shade Soft Light. I'm going to use that for the first time as like a setting powder. So I'm going to place that under my eyes. Oh shit. I think I had bronzer on this. Oh no, I had bronzer on this brush. Whoops. I'm going to try and save the day. Okay. Oh no, I just darkened my under eyes. I'm going to take a smaller brush and try to oh no. Yeah, this powder is too dark for me. God damn it. It's like making my face darker. Oh no. Alright, so instead I'm going to take my trusty Milk translucent powder. I'm going to take that with the same very small fluffy brush. And I'm going to pray that this is going to lighten my under eyes. But with that powder, I'm just setting around my eyes, my cupid bow, and also around my chin because I do have a lot of skin texture around my chin and I don't really want to enhance it. Alright, and in the same palette, I'm going to take the bronzer with a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to bronze up my complexion. Alright, so that's that for the Hourglass palette. Next, I'm going to blush my face using the It's Likely Makeup Fairy Blush Palette. And I'm going to take the really pretty coral shade right here with a dual fiber brush. I love this blush so much. It's like not too pigmented, but pigmented enough to like put color on the face. So I'm just going to very lightly place this on my cheeks. Alrighty, and I'm kind of hesitating to use this highlight as my highlight. I might regret this a lot. Not sure, but I'm going to try it. I'm just going to take a little bit, tap off the excess, a lot. And let me just try this on the very high points of my cheeks. I don't like it. No. I don't like it as a highlight. Oh god. Let me just try and like fluff that away. And instead, I think I'm going to take my Kaleidos highlight in the shade Moon Cruiser. It's like a really pretty, like frosty, a little bit blue type of highlight. And I think it's going to be a little bit more gentle than the BH Cosmetics one. So I'm just going to take a little bit and put this on the very high points of my cheeks. I don't like that. I don't like blue highlights. Oh, okay, I'm going to try and blend that away. Okay, I guess for like the purpose of this look, it's fine. But like, I don't like, I definitely do not like blue highlights. Let me know in the comments below if you would wear this kind of highlight on a regular basis. I feel like this is the type of highlight you would want to wear only in photos. Alright, so now I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly. I'm going to be using my goof proof brow pencil in the shade number 3, and then I'm going to set them in place using the 24-hour brow setter. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. Alright, my brows are looking very weird. This one is like not behaving. So for my lips, I'm going to do something different for once. I'm going to take the Illamasqua coloring pencil in the shade Undressed. And I think I'm going to fill my lips in using that. This lip liner has the best shade. This lip liner is so pretty. It's like the color of my lips, but better. And also these lip liners, they're like creamy enough so that they apply nicely, but they're a little bit stiffer so that they're more long lasting. And I think today I really want to create very angled lips. So I'm going to exaggerate my Cupid's bow. And then I think I want to take this lipstick right here. This is the Florasis lipstick in the shade M119. It's like a really pretty like red orange kind of lip. And I'm just going to place that like in the very center of my lips. So I'm just placing this in the center. I think I'm just going to take a cream eyeliner and I'm just going to place that in my waterline just to give a more like open eye effect. This is the Yves Rocher Cold Liner in the shade number 7. And that's it. So this is the finished look. I will have to say I'm kind of obsessed. Let me know in the comments below. Oh god. Do you know what I forgot these past 2 videos? I forgot the secret emoji. How could I? So today's secret emoji is going to be the shooting star, just because I don't know, I think it's really fitting because of like the yellow and the yellow from the shooting star. I don't know. So put the shooting star in the comments below so that I know that you're still here with me. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.